Is the horse that can beat Forte in this race? Hey everyone, trust the profits. It's the formula here, and we're going to be talking about the Florida Derby. Before I really dig into that, though, who's going to be at the Florida Derby? Matt DeSantis, El Hombre. If you see them, if you're down there, say hello to them. They'd be happy to see you. Press the flesh, the whole 9 yards. They're really excited, looking forward to this experience of the Florida Derby, and I'm very curious to see what happens with them there. And I hope a lot of you do say hello to them if you see them down there. But anyway, let's talk about the Florida Derby. April 1st, 2023. April Fools, Gulfstream G1. G1, I think that's correct. 9 furlongs, 1 and an eighth mile on dirt. We have a 12 horse field. Let's get down to it. Who are we talking about here? Jungfrau. Four races, one win. Didn't look great at the Withers. 49 lengths behind, sixth place. Not exactly what you're looking for from Jungfrau. Broke his maiden at Gulfstream via expect more being DQ'd. I'm going to move on from Jungfrau. Let's just call him an Instatoss at this point. West Coast Cowboy. Um, a horse that I had probably as an Instatoss last time that I wasn't really enthused about. Surprised many by grabbing that third place, 3 lengths behind at the Holy Bull. A 58-1 post time non-favorite. Stalked the pace, got close. Rocket Can took over. The rest is history. Obviously, you know what happened there at the Holy Bull. Previous to that, 4 lengths behind, a fourth place finish at a 51K claimer. So really hard to say that he was going to be a factor in the Holy Bull after that. Previously broke his maiden in another 50K race, et cetera, et cetera. One of many Saffy Joseph Jr. horses in this race, and Sonny Leone is going to be the jockey. Shaq Diesel, 3 wins, 8 races. Held close to the pace in Risen Star. Came in third place there, 1 length behind. Fell way back. Sorry. Um, yeah, I fell way back, losing by 16 lengths to Angel of Empire. Yes, he was in third place for a while, 1 length behind, grabbing onto that pace. But as many of the horses in that race that were on the pace fell way back. Previous to that, Tampa Bay Downs, neck and neck in a 28K race. Last time out, I just believe that Shaq Diesel showed us all that he was outclassed. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of stock in Shaq Diesel. I think you all know who the favorite is in this race. Moving on, Mage. So if there's anyone that can challenge the favorite, it's probably Mage. Only 2 races under his belt. He was in the Fountain of Youth, just a second race. And considering that, came in fourth place, 6 lengths behind Forte. I would say that's pretty impressive for a second race. Broke his maiden previous time out. Before that, 7 furlongs, beating Bourbon Resolve by 3 3/4 lengths. So we got the first 8.5 furlong race out of the way. Now he goes up to 9. Are we going to see that jump? Sometimes you see from good horses. You see that jump from even from the second to third race, let alone talking about adding on a little bit of distance and getting used to that. So this could be a really good race for Mage. Yikes. Mr. Peaks. What we got to say about that picture of Mr. Peaks? Yeah, hard to find one on the internet. So, I like to plug in fun ones. But yeah, that's what you get when you search for Mr. Peaks. Please tell me what that's all about if you know. 2 races, 2 second places, lifetime. Just ran into maiden special rate weight races, 6 furlongs. One of the horses that Saffy's plugging into this race, it's only raced 6 furlong races in his lifetime, jumping up to 9 furlongs. It's going to be really difficult to back a horse that is taking that much of a leap in the second or third race. So Mr. Peaks, maybe next time. Looking ahead, similar position, same trainer. Nautical Star has broken his maiden at Oaklawn, going 6 furlongs in a 90K maiden special weight race. Similar to Mr. Peaks, though, 6 furlongs in both races. Now stepping up in class and going 3 more furlongs, taking that 2 turns. Going to be a wake up call. Another Saffy horse, as I mentioned before, Nautical Star. Il Miracolo, 7 races, 1 win, 3 second place finishes. He was 19 lengths behind Forte, the Fountain of Youth. I think that says a lot about where we're expecting him to be in this race. Before that, he came in fifth place at the Holy Bull, 5 3/4 lengths behind Rocket Can. 4 times out of 6 finished in the money, but the last 2 races of that pack, he was pretty far out. So, make a long story short, we called Il Miracolo an Instatoss before. We're calling him an Instatoss again, and I may need to update the jockey on that. I'm not sure if Jesus Rios is on Il Miracolo this time around. Mr. Ripple. Safi, you're back. 1 lifetime in 3 races, came in second place in a 9 furlong 75K AOC race. So this is what I like to see. I do like to see horses that have raced the distance before. He's proven that he can take it. He was 2 lengths behind Classic Catch, broke his maiden his first time out, going a mile, winning the race by 9 lengths. Mr. Ripple, I think of the Safi horses, is the best looking one in this race. Cyclone Mischief. We've gone through Cyclone Mischief a lot here. I feel like he's been racing forever. Only 6 races though, 2 wins, a third place finish. Third place at Fountain View behind Forte and Rocket Can, 5 3/4 lengths off of Forte in that race. After jumping out to the lead, he was the pace setter in that race. Let's remember that. Before that though, he was at the Holy Bull. A lot of them, a lot of us counted him out of the Fountain of Youth because he ran so disappointingly in the Holy Bull. Seventh place, 11 3/4 behind Rocket Can in a race where, if you look at the competition there, he should have done better. Not a huge field of top Derby contenders in that race, but Cyclone Mischief turned it around the Fountain of Youth. Now he's back on the board again. Um, so yeah, Cyclone Mischief. This race, if you cross off the favorite, looks okay for Cyclone Mischief. Fort Bragg. 2 wins, 2 third places in 5 races, had a clunker at San Felipe, however you want to say it. It's probably Felipe. Was a 7-1 post time favorite, but ran in 5th place, 5 1/4 lengths behind. If you look at the competition, feel like he should have done better. This is a Baffert horse that transferred over to the Actine barn. Looked very good at the Losal, where Practical Move took over and beat him by 7.5 lengths. Looked good before that, I guess. But Fort Bragg, not one of the top Baffert horses, not one of the top contenders here. In a field of 12, he's going to get outplayed, in my opinion. Here, he's been a letdown in the G2s that we've seen so far, and I don't think that I see him rallying here. Here we go, Forte. What can you say about Forte? Nearly spotless record, nearly spotless. 6 races, 5 wins. That's a great percentage right there. He won the Fountain of Youth by 5.5 lengths. Won the BC Juvenile over Cave Rock by 1.5 lengths. Won the Claiborne Futurity over Loggins. Won the Hopeful Stakes. I mean, the list goes on for Forte. He's just racking them up right now. The only knock on him is he's going to be 4 to 5 morning line favorite, and that's probably going to get eaten up as well. Even in a 12-horse field, I don't see Forte's odds getting any better than that, unfortunately. But we're almost at the end here. Who else we got? WNL. This is a horse that I did like. I mean, really did like. I might need to update the record here, but regardless, was on my list for our Derby top 25. I think I had him higher than most. And then after Sam Davis, unfortunately, he went downhill there, placed 8th in that race, 19 lengths behind. And again, as we said before, the Sam Davis, it was a race where if you had a good horse, you should have won. There were a lot of clunkers in that field. What the reason I did like him at the Remsen, came in first place there, 9 furlong race, half a length over Arctic Arrogance, stalked Arctic Arrogance. That's a tough thing to say, and passed him on the straightaway. Previous to that, broke his maiden at Aqueduct 2.5 lengths in a mile there. WNL, is he going to cross off the Sam Davis and start looking good again? It's possible. It's possible. So here we are. We're at the end. What's the strategy? The safe pick is Forte. I'm not even going to give you a value play because I don't think that there is any value play out there in terms of anyone who can beat Forte. I think this is his race to win. I don't think anyone else is going to be challenging him for that win. If you're going to put anyone else out there, I will say just right now, Mage at 10-1, very great value. I don't know if you're going to get that type of value on Mage again, maybe in the Derby. But any race outside of the races against a horse like Forte, I think Mage's value is going to come way down. So yeah, Forte is the safe pick. He's my key. Mage at 10-1 is slapped in there as well. Cyclone Mischief at 8-1, and I'm throwing in Mr. Ripple. Safi, you put like 5 to 12 horses up in this race. I'll put one in here, Mr. Ripple at 30 to 1. I think that's actually pretty good value on Mr. Ripple, a horse that's always finished in the money, hasn't raced in a graded stakes race. There's 12 horses in the field. I realize it's getting a little bit watered down, but I think that's a horse that could end up um, hitting the board, especially at 30 to 1. You could see some tremendous value there from Mr. Ripple. So there you go. What do you guys think? Can Forte be beaten? Who's the horse to beat him? Is WNL going to rebound? Are we going to see more from Cyclone Mischief? Hit up the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And once again, Matt DeSantis, El Hombre are going to be out there. Go say hi to him, grab him, tell him you want a t-shirt if they've got them. Who knows? They might have t-shirts. They might not. We'll see. But regardless, let them know you like the station. All right. Thanks, guys.